Good Friday, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Conversations Daily News. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. Well, we've made it to the end of another week. We, of course, have your news headlines coming up on this Friday. We have the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and in today's Entertainment Spotlight, being part of my conversation with Congressman Dennis Kucinich about his brand new book. Enjoy today's broadcast. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Friday headlines. In Mississippi news, COVID-19 in Mississippi, 1,199 new cases and 9 additional deaths. COVID-19 cases continue to rise in the Magnolia State. The Mississippi State Department of Health reported 1,199 new COVID-19 cases and 9 additional deaths on Thursday. State Health Officer Dr. Thomas Dobbs said earlier this week that the increase in hospitalizations and cases is because of the Delta variant. Dobbs and other health officials said the best way to avoid the virus is to get vaccinated. Dobbs said doctors may consider evaluating patients who are 65 or older or have underlying health conditions for a booster dose of the vaccine. Health officials also encourage those who are most at risk to avoid attending church services and other events where large groups will be present. Dobbs also suggested wearing masks in public and limiting exposure to those who are not fully vaccinated. In a related story, vaccinations rise in some states with soaring infections. Vaccinations are beginning to rise in some states where COVID-19 cases are soaring, White House officials said Thursday, in a sign that the summer surge is getting the attention of vaccine-hesitant Americans as hospitals in the South are being overrun with patients. The coronavirus coordinator told reporters that several states with the highest proportions of new infections have seen residents get vaccinated at higher rates than the nation as a whole. Officials cited Arkansas, Florida, Louisiana, Missouri, and Nevada as examples. The fourth surge is real, and the numbers are quite frightening at the moment, said the Louisiana governor on a New Orleans radio station. The governor added, "There's no doubt that we are going in the wrong direction, and we're going there in a hurry." Louisiana reported 2,843 new COVID-19 cases on Thursday alone, a day after reporting 5,388, the third highest level since the pandemic began. 15 new deaths in Louisiana were also reported on Thursday. Dr. Catherine O'Neill, Chief Medical Officer and an infectious disease specialist at Our Lady of the Lake Regional Medical Center, said Thursday that the most shocking aspect of the surge has been its speed. The caseload has roughly tripled in the course of a week, she said. On Sunday, the medical center stopped taking transfers of coronavirus patients from hospitals in other parts of the state because they simply did not have the capacity. The variant, which originated in India, now accounts for an estimated 83% of coronavirus samples genetically identified in the U.S. It is a predominant strain in every region of the country and continues spreading with incredible efficiency. In more national news, Pelosi says deadly serious January 6th probe to go on without GOP. Unfazed by Republican threats of a boycott, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi declared Thursday that a congressional committee investigating the January 6th Capitol insurrection will take on its deadly serious work whether Republicans participate or not. The Republicans' House Leader Kevin McCarthy called the committee a sham process and suggested that GOP lawmakers who take part could face consequences. McCarthy said Pelosi's rejection of 2 of the Republicans he had attempted to appoint was an egregious abuse of power. The escalating tension between the two parties before the investigation has even started is emblematic of the raw partisan anger that has only worsened on Capitol Hill since former President Donald Trump's supporters laid siege to the Capitol and interrupted the certification of President Joe Biden's victory. In business news, U.S. jobless claims rise to 419,000 from a pandemic low. The number of Americans seeking unemployment benefits rose last week from the lowest point of the pandemic, even as the job market appears to be rebounding on the strength of a reopened economy. The Labor Department said Thursday that jobless claims increased last week to 419,000, the most in 2 months, from 368,000 the previous week. The number of first-time applications, which generally tracks layoffs, has fallen steadily since topping 900,000 in early January. Economists characterized last week's increase as most likely a blip caused by some one-time factors and partly a result of the inevitable bumpiness in the week-to-week data. And finally, in more business news, indexes inch higher on Wall Street, preserving weekly gains. Stocks eked out modest gains on Wall Street Thursday, extending the market's winning streak into a third day and keeping the major indexes on pace to end the week higher. The S&P 500 shrugged off a midday slide and rose 0.2%. Banks and energy companies weighed on the benchmark index, though solid gains by Apple, Microsoft, and other big technology stocks have nudged the index up. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's now time for the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich. Mary Ellen, it's all yours.
Hi, this is Mary Ellen with your Truth of the Day. Take command of your life. Command of your life by feeling assured when interacting with others. These positive feelings will encourage you to take risks in both your personal and business activities. While confidence is wonderful, make sure you demonstrate it in subtle ways. The best way to go about this is to always weigh your words and actions before expressing yourself to others. Pause to consider the consequences and the potential effect of your words or actions. You can take command of your life and further your goals by taking other people's feelings into consideration while communicating. This helps people to listen with respect, fall in line with your requests, have respect for you, and achieve success for all concerned. Today, cushion your authority while taking charge of your life. And remember, enjoy the day.
Congressman Dennis Kucinich is featured in today's Entertainment Spotlight, right here on Conversations Daily News. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with the Entertainment Spotlight. Congressman Dennis Kucinich joined me recently on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about his life and his new book, The Division of Light and Power. Here's a bit of our conversation. What has that been like for you to see how your integrity and your desire to stay a person of integrity has really led you on this journey?
You know, I believe that each of us have a soul. And I believe in that old saying about what profit a person if they gain the whole world and lose their soul. And in politics, the temptations are every day. It's a temptation for power, for money. And if you don't have a conscience and right and wrong as your polar stars, you've got a problem. And so, you know, I chose a career in politics at a very early age, but I never got into the transactional basis of it, which often involves giving a piece of yourself.
And I think that is what puts you at odds with so many congressmen. And as I was reading the book, it was interesting to me to see exactly how you put yourself in a position, not only that you felt the opposition, but also, I mean, the real pressure. You have done what you've done, not only because of your own integrity, Congressman, but also thinking about those that you serve. What has that been like for you, and where does that come from, that desire to be able to make life better for others?
From a very early age, I didn't belong to just myself, and you know, it starts off when you're a child, helping people, run errands, helping around the house, graduate to carrying people's groceries, just to help elderly people, you know, being a school guard at school.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't been a Catholic, serving Mass. So it's like, and I think every child, if they're exposed to opportunities to be of service, would be responsive. And I was given chances to serve. I enjoyed it. I liked helping others. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning in to this edition of Conversations Daily News. We'll be back with you guys on Monday with more news, Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and of course, your Entertainment Spotlight. Until then, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. Let's make today amazing. Take care.